Hi, boys and girls. This is Ms. Kathy. I'm so happy you've joined me today for another story just for you. The Tower of Babel. As the years went by, Noah's sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth, had children of their own, and their children had children until there were many people on the world again. But instead of spreading all around the world like God wanted them to, many of the people stayed together and built big cities. One group moved to the flat plain of Babylonia and learned to make bricks out of the clay there. So they began to build a big city, and these people stopped listening to God. Since they didn't want to hear the truth about God and His love, Satan tricked them into being afraid of God. They didn't believe God's rainbow promise and worried that God would send another flood to destroy them. Let's build a tower, the people decided. We'll build it so tall that even if God sends a flood, we'll be safe. We'll build it until it reaches the clouds. We'll build it until it reaches heaven. That's right, others agreed. If we build a tower like that, we'll be famous all over the world. We'll build a famous city and stay here forever. God came down to see this city and its big tower. God loved these people just the way He loved those who didn't choose to get on the ark. He wanted to save them if He could. If they stay here building this city and this tower, God said, they will only grow more selfish until they are as evil as the people before the flood. God decided on a simple plan. I will confuse their language, He said, and He did. One day, the people woke up and found that they couldn't understand one another. The brick makers couldn't understand the brick carriers. The builders working on the walls couldn't understand the builders working on the windows. Before long, all the work was stopped. Everyone looked for others they could talk to and understand. Then groups of people who spoke the same language began to move away from the city to start their own little farms and villages. From then on, the tall tower was called the Tower of Babel, because Babel means confusion. And that's what God did. He confused their languages. Then they scattered around the world just as He had planned.
The story you have heard today is from the Shoebox Kids Bible Stories, written by Jerry D. Thomas and used with permission from the Pacific Press Publishing Association. If you're interested in any other books published by the Seventh-day Adventist Church, please visit AdventistBookCenter.com or call 1-800-765-6955.
This podcast is a production of the Carolina Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church.